Pablo Picasso once said, good artists copy, great artists steal. And if you are a content creator and you want to get better, you want to get more views, you want to grow, you really need to understand this concept and start stealing. And I know you might be sat there thinking, well, that just sounds wrong, like I don't want to do that. I feel you, I get you, I was once in this position. However, when you can start to understand the difference between copying and stealing and start using other people as inspiration for your ideas and videos, you will start to see so much progress in your content creation ability, and everything else in between to basically get the results that you want. And so I wanted to just break this down a little bit more in the context of, video creators, people on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, because there isn't actually a lot of commentary on this in relation to this context. And, I think when we all start as creators, we want to be kind of really unique. We want our ideas to all be our own. We want to be proud of what we're putting out there. And I think when we think we're more unique, I think it almost makes us feel more proud. But actually, we're not that unique, Just because you had an idea and turned that idea into a video doesn't mean that hasn't been done by 1,000 other people. You've just not seen those people's videos before. And I think once you can get that in your head, you become much more comfortable with actually stealing ideas from other people and then integrating them into your own content. And if you still don't believe me or just think I'm talking nonsense, there's this book called Still Like an Artist by Austin Kleon, and this basically talks about this. It talks about that, nothing is really that original anymore. And actually, as an artist, you should really be kind of looking, far and wide for people that inspire you to take little pieces from everywhere to form your own style, to form your own personality online, and to create the videos that you want to create. And so when we look at this from an actual video creation perspective, I look at this in two different ways. You've got ideas and you've got execution of the idea into a video. And so you can use this concept of stealing to basically go and find ideas that other people are creating videos on. And then you can also use it to go and look for people who create videos in a certain way and just pick little bits from their style to form your own. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of a backstory here as to when I converted to this method and the results that I got. And so for those of you who don't know, a couple of years ago I started streaming. I had a Warzone account. I grew that to 100k, burnt out, and then I started again. I started a brand new account. This was on streaming education, growth education, how to be a streamer. And I spent 6 months experimenting with lots of different stuff, trying to put out ideas that I thought were unique, I thought that were valuable. I also did a podcast as well. I was really just throwing so much shit at the wall to see what stuck, and nothing stuck. And I didn't know why. I was confused. I felt like the ideas in my head were good, but then when I put them in videos and showcased them to the world, it doesn't seem that anybody was relating to me or listening. And so I was like, okay, what do I do here? I talked about this before. I came across a podcast or a few podcasts from Brandon Kane that just talked about using data to better inform your kind of content strategy. And I liked that idea, so I thought I'd give it a go. And what this meant for me was exploring different content creators who were similar to me and seeing what ideas of theirs were getting lots of views. What were their outlier videos, some people call them. And an outlier video is where it's a really obvious video on someone's page that has performed significantly better than all of their other videos in terms of views. So if somebody's averaging, 5 to 10k per video, and they've got one that's got 90k, that's an outlier video. And so I would go onto that video and I would look at it and understand, okay, what it's about, what's the idea, and is this relevant to my audience? And probably likely, because these are creators that I've identified that have a similar audience to me. And I thought, can I take this idea and turn it into my own video, right? And this goes back to what I've just said recently. You've got stealing ideas and then kind of stealing, video concepts and formats and package them into your own. Like, nobody owns ideas, Most ideas are, not unique to a creator. And generally you'll find if you're an education creator, people are all talking about the same things. You just need to find the things that are resonating with your audience, and those can form the foundation of your ideas. And I wouldn't just do this for one creator. I would do this for many, many, many creators. So I am taking ideas from everywhere. And what this would do, it was just now give me this massive list of ideas that I can now think about in terms of turning in an idea into a video that had at least some data and backing as to the fact that my audience might actually like the idea of this video because they've shown to like it on other people's channels. And so I started implementing this idea and it started working, right? I went from having posted 30 videos, right, without doing this, and I had one video over 10k views on TikTok, or a couple of videos. And then the next 30 videos, when I started kind of slowly implementing this strategy, I wasn't great at it, I wasn't sure how to do it. I then had 15 videos do over 10k in 30. One compared to 15 is a significant change. And I was like, wow, this is actually working. I started really simple. I was just finding people that were creating video editing tutorials on Premiere Pro, and just seeing what was it that people didn't know? Where were the knowledge gaps? Because someone did a video on the music remix tool, which extends the music track to a length, and it did really well. And I was like, well, I knew that. I just didn't think anyone would find that valuable. I thought everybody already knew that. I did a video and it did 90,000 views. And I was like, oh my God, I can just continue doing this. I can continue finding tutorials that clearly people want by just looking at how well they're doing for other people. And I would then just take that idea of the tutorial, which is not owned by anybody, and just put it into my style. And then I started just doing this again and again and again across different, types of content and ideas. And I'm just stealing ideas from everywhere here. And now I had a repeatable content strategy that was working. And I will say, because some people are going to call me out here and say, well, I just want to create what I want to create and I don't want to have to take ideas from other people. And I get that. I was like this too. And so for me, what I decided to do was have a 50-50 approach. 50% of my ideas was stuff that were what I thought were my ideas, stuff that I wanted to create, stuff that I felt was super unique. And then 50% of my ideas were stuff that I had researched, I'd found data to show that these ideas were resonating with my audience. So that way, in my head, I satisfied my desire to want to feel unique and create what I wanted to create, but also satisfied my desire for growth. There's nothing worse, in my opinion, than creating, feeling super proud of your work and just not growing at all. I think if anybody says that they're not bothered about growth, not bothered with numbers, I would beg to differ. We all care about numbers to some extent, and we want that growth, we want that progression, we want that thing that's telling us you're doing well, right? You're doing the right things. And in my opinion, you get that through data-driven results, and combining a strategy where you do both, I think is the perfect strategy here, because you tick both those boxes, and over time you will just get better and better at doing this. And what I mean by that is seeing people create ideas, right, and being like, oh yes, I could take that idea and drop that into this format that I usually do, right? As time goes on, you will build up multiple different idea formats and video formats, so that when you see somebody create something on something that, again, they don't own, you can, that maybe has caused the video to go viral, you take that out, drop it into your own format and style, and you've got this now unique video in your own way that, it's got some chance of doing well. And again, I wasn't very good at this at the beginning. However, I think I'm pretty good at this now. I'm really good at just spotting, wow, that worked for that person, that I think will also work for me. And that's just going to form 10-15% of the foundation of my whole video, which, I've just stole. And so to help with this, I've got a little bit of actionable advice to wrap up the video. When you're coming up with ideas, you need to have somewhere to store them. Either use Notion or Trello. You just need a simple Kanban board, and anytime that you come up with an idea, just make sure that you write it down. Anytime you see a video made by somebody else that in your head thinks, oh, I could maybe do that, put it into somewhere that you can come back and revisit. Honestly, I can't tell you how many ideas that I've turned into videos months later of them being in my board, right? I will store ideas in my board And I will sit there and go, I don't know how to do it, or I don't want to do it. I'm not confident that I can turn that idea into a good video concept that is my style or I'm proud of. And then like 3 months later, I'll watch a video on somebody do either a video on the same tool or maybe a different tool that's in a format that is similar to mine, or in a way that, and I'll go, oh wait, I can do that idea in like my format but similar to that style, and it just worked. Honestly, I've had so many ideas like this. Like, just put ideas in your board and revisit them, and you will just like churn out videos from ideas easily by just keeping on watching and being inspired by other people, so that you just develop your intuition to just turn ideas into good videos. And so the next tool that I'd recommend using is something called My Mind. I've actually only recently started using this, but I love it. Basically, it just lets you save and store anything and everything that you find on the internet, whether it's YouTube videos, TikTok, Instagram, tweets, notes, articles. I would recommend utilizing something like this to help kind of just store all your inspiration, so that you can go back to it and, you know, help you generate ideas and make better videos. And then finally, this is the golden nugget. Well, it's not, but you know, I'm saying it is, right? Build a list of content creators that, one, come up with lots of ideas that are similar to your ideas, and two, inspire you. And I'm just going to break this down because this is the most valuable part of the video. Should have probably said this at some point in the rest of the video, but if you're here and you've watched the whole video, this is for you, right? What you want to do is you want to find creators that are similar to you, that churn out lots of videos on ideas that you can recreate. And as you follow this method that I've kind of described throughout the whole video, you will understand what this means. You'll find creators that like one out of 10 of the videos are ones that you could copy, right? Or steal, right? And then you'll find creators where it's literally every like 5 videos out of 10 are ones that you can steal, right? And that might just be because they're quite a similar content creator to you. And what you want to do is find creators that just churn out lots of ideas that you can copy. And what you'll do is just build a list of these people, follow them on a new account, have some way of being able to easily go back to them, because if they're churning out 2 or 3, 4 videos a week, you know, and you can find and create a list of 50 of these creators every single month, that's like 250 video ideas that potentially you could find from going through all of these creators. And the thing that is different here than the other list is some of these creators might create videos in a way that doesn't inspire you. Actually, their video editing is not that good. The way that they turn ideas into videos just doesn't, it's not your style. But that's not the point here. You're just taking the idea because they've got the data to show whether the ideas are working for their audience, which is similar to your audience. And that's all you want here, is to generate all of those ideas. And then this second list is the inspiration list. Some of the people in the idea list might also be in the inspiration list. That's like the middle section. There won't probably be many of these people. The people in the inspiration list are probably people that create content similar to you, maybe in sub niches and side niches, but you're just really inspired by the way that they make videos. It's not about the ideas in these videos. It's about the way that they turn ideas into videos, right? Because actually a lot of their ideas might not be that relevant to your audience. They might just, you know, not be the right fit, but they might take ideas and turn them into this style or format that you look at and go, wow, I wish I could do that, or that's where I want to be. And these are the people who you just continually watch over and over and over and over again and just find pieces of their style to steal, find things that they do to inspire you. And then this is the winning formula. This is literally the winning formula, I promise you. So now you've got a list of people where who generate lots of ideas that you can recreate on your channel, and you can see their outlier videos and you can see what performs well. You can cherry pick those. And then over time, you build your style into your unique style by stealing lots of inspiration from all of the inspiration creators. And then now you've got a channel that's pumping out ideas that resonate with your audience, that are going to get you good views. And it's in a way and a style that is unique to you and has been well developed and is going to appeal to hopefully your audience. And doing those two things, I think, will lead to success. Why? Because I've done it. That it's maybe biased based on my own perspective, but this is what has happened to me. I adopted the idea approach. And then I also adopted the inspiration approach later down the line. And now I've polished my short form video editing style into something that's unique to me. And now I also have a process that can, you know, generate me ideas that I can stick into my style that continues to get me results, grow my account, get me more brand deals, make me more money, XYZ. And you know, I'm really happy with this strategy. It's perfect. I love it, and I just am so glad that I can now, you know, share it with people based off of me actually proving myself doing it. And so yeah, that's the video. A little bit of a long one. I hope it was valuable. I hope it was useful. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. But other than that, have a great week.